Hi, I'm so happy that you're here with us tonight.
Thank you.
I'm one of the members of the boards of trustees of University of Austin, and I have to credit you with getting behind this project, getting behind it with my time and my talents and our money. I've been a long time listener and supporter of yours, and I would be remiss if I didn't bring up in this truth-seeking environment, letting you know that I am a little bit disappointed. I am disappointed in your views on Gaza and Israel. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity and a good learning experience for everyone, the students, the faculty, the other board members that are here tonight, to talk to you about this. Because I'm going to give my uneducated view on this, that the IDF doesn't have a choice, because Hamas is using the women and children as shields and using schools and hospitals to hide their combatants. So I felt like I needed to bring this to your attention, even though we're honored to have you here. And we'd love to have you come back and teach more and spend time with our students. But this is an area in which I disagree with you. Also not being an expert in Middle East politics and, the conflict. So I guess I'm looking for just a response, or what would you have said to the synagogue had you been truthful with them in Palm Beach to a question such as that? How do you condemn what the IDF does, looking at the way that Hamas executes this war?
Well, the first thing I want to say is thank you for your candor. You're not the only person to have made that speech to me. That is a person who disagrees and wants to know what I would have Israel do, what I would have the IDF do. I have responded on different occasions in different ways. Sometimes I've said, Israel's got to do what it's got to do. It's not my position to tell them what to do, but it is my position to tell me what I do and what to the extent that I'm a citizen of a country that's an independent actor, I'm prepared to endorse. I've also said, there's the logic of necessity and there's the logic of morality. You tell me that the enemy hides behind civilians. I have to go through the civilians to get to the enemy. I regret that. How many civilians do we go through? Does that matter at all? Is there any qualitative judgment about the blood that drips from my hands? Maybe not. It's easy for me to say that because I'm safely ensconced here and it's not on my head. But I'll answer indirectly, because obviously it's a kind of thing that this is not about information. This is about emotion and spiritual commitment and meaning. I remember the scene in the film Oppenheimer at the end, where Robert Oppenheimer goes to the White House, to the Oval Office, and he meets with Harry Truman. Truman, driven by the logic of necessity, incinerated hundreds of thousands of people in the blink of an eye by ordering the dropping of those bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He thought he had to do it. His answer to the question of morality was, what? I had to make the call. This is war. The alternatives were limited, and they are what they are, and I made the call. Oppenheimer is riven with doubt and guilt and the heavy weight of having been the architect of something that wrought so much death. Was he wrong to be riven with doubt? Was he wrong to feel guilt? Was he wrong to feel responsibility for so much death? Isn't so much death a horrific thing? So, as I said in my talk, what's going on in Gaza may be necessary from Israel's point of view, but it's not necessary for me to endorse it or to participate in it. That's a separate kind of question altogether. And that's kind of where I've come out. I'm trying to keep an open mind, and I appreciate your endorsement and support to the extent that you can give it.